Okay, I wanted to do a little update video on some of the fans that I have in my collection because things have changed since I made a video of all these fans, and I wanted to test out the HiFi audio on my phone just to see how it sounds. So right here is the Lakewood S223 with the Westinghouse motor. Last night I noticed that the speed was fluctuating quite a bit up and down, and the amp draw would increase when it slowed down. So I think this motor is getting ready to burn out. I'll run it till it does, but I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to find either a Macmillan motor to replace this with, or another Westinghouse motor. I was thinking about taking it to a motor shop and getting it rewound at one point, but I don't know if it would be worth it, because they'd probably charge me quite a bit for that. But this fan is in such good shape, it would be a real shame to lose it because of the freaking motor. So, yep, there's the Westinghouse motor. Alright, and next fan to update. This is my 96 Lakewood HV18. I have since balanced the blades a little bit. If you remember the first video I made of this, the blades were really off balance. What I did was I bent the blades so they were in line properly, because a couple of them were really out of clock, and that was causing the vibration. It's not that, one of them was heavier than the rest, because I put it on a lawnmower blade balancer, and, it didn't tilt to one side, so it was just that the blades were out of clock, and it runs a lot smoother now. And I also took the motor apart, oiled it really well, vacuumed it out, and it is running a little bit cooler now because of that. There's that Lasco box fan that I just fixed. It has been running great. I've used it for a few nights, and my adhesive repair has held up really well. Here is the General Electric F15W13. Nothing new to talk about with this one, really. Still works great. It's in pretty much perfect balance. I didn't have to do anything to fix it. So this is a great fan. Here's the JCPenney 9711 with the General Electric export motor. This fan, I really love these metal bladed box fans because they move an absolute ton of air. This one, I've oiled the motor since the last video I made of it, and there is a slight bit of play in the front bearing. It's very, very slight, but it's still there, and that's unfortunate because this fan really moves a ton of air, and that motor has a ton of power. It's probably the most powerful motor out of any of the fans that I have. So I guess we can start it up. It's not really going to move any air right now because it's against something, but yeah, it's got a decent spin down time still. Just a shame that the bearing is wrecked on that motor, so I may be trying to find a new motor for this eventually, or at least the front plate, so I can get a new bearing on there. And I guess I could start up, just give you a quick startup of the GE fan. Love the way the motor sounds on this thing. Of course, it's not going to get up to full speed when it's right up against the dresser, but it's a 3-speed electrically reversible, and these things are super, super tough. Really well built. And let's move on to the GE F11W15. I have done something to this since I first made a video of it. I don't know how well you can see it, but there is a metal shelf clip on the hub, and I used that to balance it, because this blade was pretty off balance before. It shook a lot, and now it's almost perfectly smooth. Still a slight vibration on medium, but I could probably fix that by putting some lead tape on the back of one of the blades. But yeah, this motor has been taken apart completely and oiled. So I'm going to go ahead and start this thing up real quick. Going forward, it's got this switch on it, and it is electrically reversible as well, 3-speed. Let's do high speed going forward. Yeah, it's running very smooth now. Here's the Sears 8121 box fan. I do use this a few times a week at night usually. It's still working great. Nothing new to report with it really. Haven't really had to do anything on this one. Here's my other Lakewood HV18. Let me see if I can get the light on here. There we go. This is a slightly newer model. I think it's either from the very late 90s or very early 2000s. As you can see, the motor is a little bit different than the other ones. It's not going to focus. There's the switch plate. Try and get you a better view of the motor. You can definitely see it's a bit different. And I just finished balancing this blade as well a couple days ago. I had to bend them into the proper alignment as well. And this thing is really smooth now. It used to vibrate so much that it would shake the floor, but yeah, not anymore. So I'm pretty happy with those results. Probably try using this one tonight, because I've never run it all night before. But it's in really good condition, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Here is the little Home Essentials fan. It freed up quite a bit after I made that video. It had just been sitting for a while, and the oil was a bit too thick. Here's the Patton U2-1887 from 1997. Nothing really new to report with this fan either. It's still running great. I should probably start using it more just to test it out, but it's so far, I've used it one time all night. I've used it a couple times all night long, and I mean, it was fine. It didn't get hot or anything, so I think this one should be fine. Alright, over there is a couple of Holmes window fans. The top one is an older style that I'll have a video of eventually, and the bottom is a modern one-touch window fan. And there's another one of these old style ones somewhere up here. Don't know exactly where it is. There's the white Westinghouse fan that I just made a video of, a Holmes ceramic space heater. And right here is the little Patton U2-1289 or 1287. I forget exactly what the model number is, but this one still works pretty well. I need to get some more thrust washers in the motor because it kind of starts making some vibrating sounds after a while. It depends on the position you have it tilted in, but I'm pretty sure that's what's wrong. There's no play in the bearings or anything. It's got a good spin down time, so this thing is from 1989, by the way. And then right here is the Patton U2-0018 from, I think, 2010 or 2011. Couple problems with this one. Let me turn the light on so you can see the grill has sort of broken on both sides right here. So that'll have to be fixed if I ever care enough to do it. But I mean, I take pretty good care of this fan. I've oiled the motor before, taken it apart, cleaned it out. It's an okay fan. It's very loud. There's very little difference between speeds, unfortunately. So it doesn't get used all that much unless I need it outside on the driveway when I'm working on cars or something, or I need it in the garage. Then under this blanket is the GEF11W16, and yes, there is a lot of dust floating around right now. I just did an update video on this. I showed that I put clips on the, there you can see one right there, and there's another one down there. Had to put 2 clips on this blade hub to balance it out properly. This was very badly out of balance, and now it's perfect. So, yeah, it's 2-speed, uses this snap switch. So I think that just about does it for the fans in my collection. Oh wait, no, there is one more that I'm going to show. Okay, I lied. There's more than one that I have to show. This is a Lasco blower fan, and this is a great white noise fan, and it moves a ton of air for its size. It's very powerful. It's commercial grade. It's got a 3-prong cord on it, and it has a couple of outlets on the side, and there's the switch. Yeah, this one's just sitting up in the attic right now. Here is the Lakewood Cool Operator from, I think, 1997. It's a model 007, and this thing has a, let me turn it around so you can sort of see it. It's dark in here, and I don't want to turn on the light because you'll see all the freaking dust. But yeah, it's got a 6-pole Macmillan motor, 7 blades. Still works great. I have taken this fan, I took this fan apart last year and oiled it and cleaned the motor out again. I do that pretty regularly on this fan. So yeah, this thing still works great, and it's got a really nice quiet low speed. Great nighttime fan if you don't like loud fans. Alright, this will be the last one. This is my Lasco Cyclone 20-inch floor fan. It's got 5 blades. It moves a lot of air. I have taken this thing apart partially once and vacuumed out the motor. I have not taken the motor apart and oiled it. I think this thing was purchased in like 2012 or something, and gets run every single night. And you know, the motor still has decent lubrication, so I'm pretty impressed by that actually. It is electronically controlled, and it has a remote control as well. Turn around. You can see the motor, typical Lasco PSC motor, and this can be mounted on a wall, as you can see. It's got mounting holes. So, I'll probably take this thing apart sometime soon and oil it.